Hello, everybody. This is your host, Christian Martinez, and today I'll be talking about my experience trip to the Forsyth Backpack Program, seeing the school firsthand, interviewing Vice President Barbara Lentz, and connecting the concepts we learned throughout the semester to better understand how it actually works in the field. So I decided to look at combating food insecurity and how that connects with public health and the mission of public health. So food insecurity is public health and vice versa. So when children are at risk of not developing because of shortage of food, this immediately becomes a public health concern. And I immediately thought back to the social justice approach by Beauchamp and how the dominant model is a market justice because based on the American experience or under the norms of society, they do not recognize the general obligation to protect individuals or all individuals against disease and injury, while social justice approach, on the other hand, entitles equality to health and protection or minimum standards for all. So, in actually visiting the school, I was able to see that firsthand how this social justice approach is actually helping these children out for the future. So let's talk a little bit about the statistics first. And we know that Winston-Salem area ranks 16 in the top 20 worst in the nation for families and children reporting food insecurity. NC's rate of child food insecurity is almost twice that the national rate, and more than 50% of Winston-Salem and Forsyth County school children receive free or reduced price school lunch. Several cities, including Asheville, Greensboro, High Point, and Winston-Salem, have some of the highest levels of food insecurity in the nation. Children in food insecure families are vulnerable to poor health, stunted development from the early stages of life. They are more likely to require hospitalization and are at greater risk of chronic health problems such as anemia and asthma. They are also at greater risk for truancy and school tardiness. So, immediately we begin to see the effects of food insecurity in the area. And immediately I thought back to Big Gems and which criteria of Big Gems they would fall under these children. Of course, they would fall under geography, and the last one being socioeconomic. So, based on the definition of public health we learned throughout the semester, which is the science and art of preventing disease, prolonging life, and promoting health through organized efforts, I was able to see that this was an organized effort to promote that life for the future because these children are the future of Winston-Salem, the future of the world, so they need all the opportunities to grow and develop healthy. I also saw firsthand the mission of public health, which is society's interest in assuring the conditions in which people can be healthy, because the Forsyth Backpack Program is actually a nonprofit program which is not government funded, but one of the co-founders, the VP Barbara Lentz, she founded the program because she has a genuine interest in assuring the conditions in which these children can be healthy for the future. Another concept we learned in class that I immediately connected to the visit I had was this is a form of primary prevention because, of course, we're giving the children the nutritious food so they can prevent chronic problems in the future. Like I said before, visiting the school and knowing more about the program helped me to better connect the concepts we learned in class, the most important ones of public health, and made me realize that public health is important in combating food insecurity and how not combating it affects the world around us because it doesn't give all the children equal opportunities to develop. So, of course, this is a public health issue being addressed in today's society, but you're probably wondering why the government or other organizations should support public health, especially in my experience. And I think they should because children are our future, and it doesn't give those children in these schools the opportunities to, be their best. And it's kind of unfair because a lot of these children in these schools are definitely minority or immigrant children, and it seems like it doesn't give them the opportunities compared to other richer schools to have the same chances in life. I'm very grateful to have been able to see for myself firsthand how public health works in the real world and through the Forsyth Backpack Program. And thank you all for listening out there and knowing that we can also take part in combating food insecurity when we can, volunteering or donating or giving money to help these children have the same opportunities that we all want our children to have as well. Thank you all for listening. This is your host, signing out.